TICO. It's just 4 letters, right? Seems pretty simple. But oh man, this one little word is having a major identity crisis. So let's dive right in. So what exactly is TICO? Because the minute you start digging, you realize it's not just one thing at all. It's more like a puzzle with pieces scattered all over the globe across totally different industries. And today, yeah, we're going to put that puzzle together. Okay, so maybe your first clue would point to this, an automatic loom from the 1920s. I mean, this thing was a game changer, totally revolutionized how textiles were made, a huge piece of industrial history. And yeah, that seems like a plausible answer. But is that really the whole story? Or what about this? A Canadian travel industry regulator. Wait, what? A government watchdog for travel agents? Okay, hold on. From old school looms to modern day legislation, that feels like a massive jump, right? And then, just to throw another wrench in the works, you see the name TICO attached to something like this, a super modern global logistics system. So which one is it? A vintage machine, a government agency, a high-tech corporation? Well, the crazy answer is all of the above. All right, let's start with the biggest piece of this puzzle, the industrial behemoth, Toyota Industries Corporation, or, as they're known, TICO. Yep, this is the one that connects all the way back to that loom we just saw. Let's do a quick flyby of their history. It all starts way back in 1926 with Sakichi Toyota and his incredible automatic loom. Now, get this. Just about 10 years later, in 1937, their little automobile department spins off and becomes, you guessed it, Toyota Motor Corporation, the one we all know. But TICO, the original company, they didn't stop there. Far from it. In the 2000s, they went all in on lift trucks and logistics, and now they're on track to pull in over 4 trillion yen in sales by fiscal year 2025. Just wow. So here's where it gets really surprising. When you look at what TICO actually does today, you see Toyota and you think cars, right? Well, look at this. A whopping 68% of their business is materials handling equipment. We're talking forklifts, automated warehouse systems, the whole shebang. The car part? That's less than 30%. Mind-blowing, isn't it? And that's the key takeaway here. TICO is an absolute powerhouse in areas you'd probably never even think of. They are still the world's #1 in air-jet looms. They're the global leader in car air conditioning compressors. They're at the forefront of electric lift trucks, even making new fuel cell models. They're developing these insanely advanced logistics systems and even innovating the batteries that go into hybrid cars. I mean, this company's reach is just staggering. Of course, being a massive global company isn't always smooth sailing. They recently had to issue a pretty serious apology, and I'm quoting directly from their report here, for, quote, legal violations in domestic engine certification. It's a really stark reminder that even the biggest players on the world stage face huge challenges with compliance and, just doing the right thing. All right, so there we have it. TICO is a massive Japanese industrial company. Case closed, right? We can all go home. Not so fast. Remember that Canadian travel regulator we mentioned? Yeah, the story is far from over. Let's grab the second piece of our TICO puzzle. We are leaving the factory floors of Japan and jumping clear across the world to Ontario, Canada, to meet a completely different TICO. So say hello to TICO #2, the Travel Industry Council of Ontario. Now, this group has absolutely nothing to do with cars or looms or forklifts. Their one and only job is to regulate the travel industry in Ontario and to protect you, the consumer. They're a watchdog, plain and simple. This is a perfect example of what they actually do. If you run a travel agency in Ontario, you have to follow their rules for your ads. You gotta clearly show your registered business name, your address, and your official TICO registration number. It's all about making sure everything is above board and transparent for travelers. And it's not just about ads. This TICO is also the gatekeeper for the profession itself. If you want to be a travel agent in Ontario, guess what? You have to pass their education standards exam. So they're the ones setting the bar for who gets to be a travel pro. Okay, so just to recap, we've got a global industrial giant and a Canadian travel regulator. That's got to be it, right? 2 is plenty. Nope. Believe it or not, there's more. Let's grab the last couple pieces of this TICO puzzle. On one hand, you've got TICO Terminal tractors. These are a brand of those workhorse pro-spotter trucks you see hauling semi-trailers around ports and huge warehouses. And then, in a completely different universe, TICO is the nickname for a person from Costa Rica. It's a term of national pride. And yeah, this TICO isn't an acronym for anything. It's a cultural identity. It's so deeply woven into the fabric of Costa Rica that it's tied to their famous national saying, pura vida. You've probably heard that one. It means pure life, and it really captures this whole optimistic, laid-back way of looking at the world. So let's put it all together. Here's your TICO cheat sheet. You've got Toyota Industries Corporation, the global giant. You've got the Travel Industry Council of Ontario, the consumer watchdog. You've got TICO Terminal Truckers, the American truck brand. And you've got TICO, the term for a person from Costa Rica. 4 completely different things, all sharing the same 4 letters. It just goes to show you, context is absolutely everything. And that really makes you think, doesn't it? We started with one simple 4-letter word, and it took us on this wild ride across the globe. So if a word like TICO can mean so many different things, what other mix-ups, what other hidden stories are hiding out there in plain sight?
For free TICO practice tests, you can either click the link in the description or simply scan the QR code on the screen.